Hi guys, welcome back. This is Tommy Starcraft, as I'm going to start now with the IM Katowice cast here on this channel. For most of these games held in 2022 of the end of February in Poland will be casted here on this channel. Now we're starting with a very interesting international gameplay here in between Poland and South Korea, as we have spawning here in the upper right in the blue. It is ELAZER from Poland, and his opponent here in the lower left in the red, it is Hero from South Korea. So very interesting game here from the group stage. Like I told you, I'll be casting actually most of the games. Luckily here I did find them and did download them, did watch some of them, so yeah. And I decided of course to just take it step by step, and I'm starting here of course with ELAZER versus Hero, as Hero is opening up here pretty standard. And notice that he has already moved out here with his probe, like many Protoss do, to just annoy the Zerg a little bit, to just not allow him here to place his fast expansion. So ELAZER had to change of course his tactics, placing it here. Let's just check in the upper left part. You can also see the production tab here, just in case I'm missing something. Of course you can check it here up. So yeah, the probe is going to be annoying once again here against the Zerg. We have the first gas here, so gas into spawning pool, but let's not forget here that fast expansion. Let's just check the main here from Hero. Gas is also up here, and he will very likely going to into a fast expansion here as well, because of course he saw that fast expansion here from ELAZER. Now it will be very interesting to see what tactics it is going to be here for the Protoss and for the Zerg. Of course mass adept could be a tactic. Mass air units could be also here a possibility here for the Protoss, with some phoenixes, with some carriers later on. And let's just see what the Zerg is going for. Is he going for a Ravager push like we've seen Scarlet do on this channel? Is he going mass queens with Zerglings? So many options here. Some infestors could be a possibility. Mass mutilies could also be a possibility. Yeah, let's just see what the players have prepared for us as we have passed now the 2-minute mark here. Sorry. So yeah, some overloads are still being made. Perhaps ELAZER is going to take here this expansion point as well. And yeah, still no harassment here by the both players. Some pretty standard stuff here. Hero just checks that expansion, sees those probes that are being transferred. So yeah, he knows he's not going to be under threat early on. A nicely parked overlord here for ELAZER, as he sees that upgrade here with that gateway. And those first adepts are also being produced. Expansion is also ready. Let's check the main. Double gas here. And we see the first target. So from the looks of it, Hero is going for some air units here. So this could also indicate was a early oracle by the Protoss. Oracles early on really strong against the mineral line here from any Zerg. This is exactly why Zergs do like to put a spore here, do like to go into mass queens and so on. Let's just see ELAZER reacting to that. His overlord hasn't seen it yet, but he just might float it over here. Now there is that Stargate being finished, and we actually see a first void ray. So perhaps with the rally here, Hero really wishing to kill this first scouting overlord here by ELAZER. And yeah, let's just see how things will unfold, what the next units are going to be. Of course the anti-air here looks really good from ELAZER. He has those queens out. Speed is also being done here for that Zerglings, and he might try also a rush here with some Zerglings. It could be a possibility, but then again the walling is really good here for Hero. And yeah, the overlord already taking here some damage, as he didn't quite see how many Stargates are there in the back. And we see the first oracle now being made here for the Protoss. So yeah, indeed he is going to harass that mineral line. Actually the first void ray is also moving out here after killing that overlord. He might try to snipe many other overlords here, but like I told you, there are queens, there are some Zerglings here, and perhaps some spores will also be added here by ELAZER early on. So yeah, there's that void ray into a nice position here, giving him good vision, hiding in here on the upper ground. And we also see on the minimap the oracle is moving out now closely to the 5-minute mark. Let's see if if Hero can do something here, but we do have 3 queens already gathering here around against this oracle, so the oracle won't have a good time here. He has to push back. At the same time void ray in position here, but while this harassment is happening, Hero is deciding to also expand here. So nice job here by him. ELAZER could attack here, but there's also an adept here by Hero. So Hero really nice with his strategy here. Let's check his main really quick. Still one starport And we also have a Forge Protoss upgrades. It's not that really good harassment here for hero. ELAZER playing really nice. One egg has been destroyed, but in the end, ELAZER's defenses look really strong here against the player from South Korea. And yeah, let's just see what the next steps are going to be. No strong engagement, like I told you, both players, especially ELAZER, pretty much on defense. Hero tries to make something happen here. You see some adepts moving out here. Just a couple of Zerglings here for ELAZER. But yeah, the wall-in looks really strong for the Protoss player. Yeah, the Void Ray is on the retreat. Oracle also has parked here just to gather some energy here. And ELAZER even expanding here into this position in the middle of the map. Also securing it with some queens here. So nice job here by him. But look at that. Oh, hold on. We have 2 kills here with those adepts. So those 2 adepts will dealing quite some economic damage here. 4 drones have been killed, so nice job here by him. At the same time, in come the voids now against those queens. Queens, however, are healing each other. So yeah, 4 drones have been killed, but that's acceptable here. Of course, ELAZER could come back and just resume the production here of those drones. Nice attack here, but already 3 queens and 1 spore is ready. So this is exactly why he was going straight for that gas. He knows that the range from the spore isn't as strong here, and he did snipe this one gas. So yeah, ELAZER is going to rebuild that. And yeah, let's just see, more and more queens are actually being, of course, produced here for ELAZER, as the anti-air is really much needed here for him. He might go into some Hydras, he might go into some Corruptors. It also depends on what exactly the Protoss will be doing here next. And yet there is that expansion. Let's just check those worker counts really quick. 67 to 85. 85 here already for ELAZER, looking really strong. And Hero also deciding to expand here at the 9 o'clock position, but hold on, we have a good engagement here. Hero this time, this queen almost getting sniped here. And once again, Hero looks like he's heading for that gas. One gas has been sniped, the second one also being sniped here. So nice job here by Hero, taking out some important, not that quite important buildings, but still damaging here the economy from the Polish player. So yeah, good harassment here with those Void Rays. One weapon is also being upgraded here for him. So yeah, nice job early on, so from the Sky Toss here. And still ELAZER just roaming around with some Zerglings, not really harassing here the mineral line or the gas line from the Protoss. Not the same can be said here for the Protoss, of course. Just tries to deal some action here against his opponent. Perhaps some Mutils would be a nice idea here for ELAZER. Perhaps some Corruptors would have been nice with some anti-air here against those units. And then later on perhaps some Vomit onto those mains here. But I'm sure ELAZER knows exactly what he's doing, as he's believed to be actually one of the best, if not the best Polish player currently. As he sadly for him is losing 1 queen, but he should be able to hold this position with so many queens here for him, even sniping this one Oracle here. So nice job here by ELAZER, as he's preparing now his defenses. Some spores in here, some queens of course are also here, and we actually have the first infestors here for him. So infestors with fungal looks like a good strategy against all of those Void Rays here. One Void Ray has been sniped. Once again, a nice fungal here. Second fungal, even third fungal is out. Much good damage is being dealt here against those Void Rays. They're so slowed here, but in the end Hero will snipe here this hatchery. And yeah, interesting tactic here by ELAZER. For queens into infestor it is here for him. Infestors also could mind control those units from the Protoss. Be very nice to see that happening. Perhaps some Vipers will be added here by ELAZER. And yeah, slowly but steadily we're heading into the 10-minute mark. ELAZER still pretty much on the defense. Notice that he has those queens into that main. He has queens spreaded all over the map here. And we once again see the army move out here by Hero with his Void Rays. Only 5 of them. And there's just so many queens here by him, so he really has to retreat. So yeah, nice defense. Of course he did lose some gas chambers here, but in the end looks really okay here for the Protoss, for the Zerg player. And there's some Roachers it is going to be here. Perhaps some Ravagers will be added here by ELAZER. And look at that, we even have some Vipers with that parasitic bomb here. Really nice unit to have, of course, late on against any Protoss here. At the same time, once again, ELAZER is expanding here. The Protoss at 4 bases now. Really nice stuff. Look at the economy here from ELAZER, looking really strong. And yeah, remember, he's also trading only mana with that fungal growth against those units, so pretty nice trade here by him, as he's more and more adding here towards his economy. His defenses also look really strong with those posts, with those queens, so he are not managing here to come through. And look at that, this is exactly why he has transitioned into carriers and 2 Archons here. Archons, of course, with that splash damage, really strong. And we also see a nice drive-by with some Zealots, so 2 attacks going on here. Zealots are here into this location against those queens. At the same time, the real action is going on here, and we see that finally that mind control here from those infestors against all of those units. So really nice job. We also see that orange dark swarm here, really nice job here, giving more and more potency here for those queens. So really great anti-air tactic here by the Polish player with that dark swarm onto those queens and mind control against these carriers. Nice job here by him, but it looks like also those Zealots have made it here really far through, so ELAZER needs to be careful. Some drones have been sniped, so much action going on, so many Zealots here taking care of those queens, but at the same time the carriers not really doing so much damage against those queens inside that dark swarm here. So really nice job here. Great defenses once again. More infestors are joining in, but still 12 drones, 13 drones are being killed here by those Zealots here, those hero Zealots doing a really nice job. And ELAZER is able to hold, but sadly for him he did lose 14 drones in here. So yeah, nice tactics here by the Polish player with these infestors, with that mind control here onto those carriers and on to all of those units. Yeah, let's just see what hero can do about this. He's adding more and more Zealots here. Some carriers are being added here and some roaches here for ELAZER. At the same time, he's going into, of course, mass anti-air spores here against those interceptors here. Look at that, so many spores here, but hero is already knocking here at his door with this expansion, so a very ballsy move here by him, adding those cannons in here. And of course mass spores it is going to be here for the Polish player, as some roaches are a little bit trapped here. We even have some disruptors, some good disruptor shots here, and more units are being transferred here by both players. We also see a nice run by here by those void rays heading straight towards this hive, so really smart move here by hero, sniping this viper, even sniping the hive, almost sniping it here. Should be able to snipe this, as also action going on here. The hive should fall here. Hero needs to pay attention. Of course he's busy mining here, microing here, sorry, and in the end of course he did snipe this one hive, so nice job here by hero. He's also taking out some drones in here. Really nice job. Spawning pool has fallen here as well. Some drones have fallen, as the void rays will try to snipe more and more workers here. So strong stuff here by the player from South Korea, heading into multiple attacks here. Once again he's heading here through with his disruptor shots with those Archons, but the Archons are being mind controlled now, so the Protoss will take damage from them. So really good job here once again by ELAZER, but his economy is strongly hurted as the drones have fallen. And yes, still carriers are it is here with those Zealots 2 weapons upgrades. So nice job here by hero, sniping this one hive. ELAZER has to remake it, and once again he's going for that roach warrant this time, and he's even going to snipe here this roach warrant. Carriers once again on the move here for disruptor shots. Pretty good addition here. Spores are holding, so those carriers don't really have that many interceptors here, but in the end the economy here from ELAZER is already suffering, as 3 drones have been once again killed. So look at that, we even have a Zealot drive-by here, sniping this one hatchery. Pretty nice job here by hero with his units, multitasking those units all over the map, and pretty much hurting here the economy from the player from Poland. And yeah, let's just see what the next move once again is going to be. Those Zealots are really important. Early on they will soak up the first damage from the Zergs, and at the same time so much splash damage being done with those disruptors. Once again Zealots in the front. We have Dark Swarm looking orange, Storm here for the Zerg player, but it looks like hero just has way too much here. He's already maxed out here, and let's just see, Zealots are pretty much walking here through, damaging here the economy from the Zerg player. Hero tries to reposition, more zealots have been added. Yeah, those zealots are really annoying. Look at that, so many of them once again sniping those pores. And in comes ELAZER with his infestors, but at the same time Hero is here with those carriers, with his Archons in the front, and those disruptor shots here once again dealing good damage. Finally some damage is also being dealt here by ELAZER with that mind control here against Hero. Once again, so much good disruptor shots here against ELAZER. ELAZER in a little bit of serious trouble now, as he's going to try to mind control and kill here this carrier with those infestors, with those queens. Vipers are also joining here the fight, but once again those disruptors great on point here, as the queens aren't really that fast. So the disruptor shot is going to take good damage here against ELAZER. And yeah, some units have been killed of course here by ELAZER, but in the end Hero should be able to recover really fast here, as once again he is preparing an attack. ELAZER really pretty much on the defense here with his spores, with his spine crawlers. And yeah, once again Void Race in the front, disruptor shot, great disruptor shot. Archons also dealing massive amounts of splash damage, so in the end it looks like those disruptors were the perfect counter here against all of that mass units composition here from the Zerg. And yeah, Void Race once again in the front. Those Archons also look really strong. The Zealots are in the front soaking that damage, and the disruptor shots are just waiting for that connection, as ELAZER even have to pull now those drones here out. So yeah, in the end 16 drones, 17 drones have been killed here. So in the end, sadly here for ELAZER, he has to GG out. So the first game goes here to Hero. Now let's just jump straight into game number 2. There it is, Hero versus ELAZER. I'm also going to be casting Creator versus DRG, 2 players from South Korea here, also from the IM Katowice. But yeah, let's just jump straight into game number 2 now on Curious Minds. Let's see if the tactics are somehow going to change here for these 2 pro players. So Curious Mind, it is a 2 spawning location map here, as we have now in the low right in the blue it is ELAZER, and in the upper left in the red it is Hero. And yeah, let's just see if Hero once again goes for mass air earlier on. It really worked out really well for him, or is he going to try something else? And is ELAZER once again going to play it very much macro orientated, or is he going for some harassment against his opponent? Of course, some Zergling harassment would have been nice. Perhaps a timing push with Ravagers and Roaches would have been also nice, like Scarlet has shown us onto this channel, like I told you. So yeah, in the end a very defensive gameplay here by the player from Poland, with a nice tactics nevertheless, with those infestors, really strong counter against those carriers. But in the end, yeah, Hero his economy was just way too strong, and yeah, he did take game number 1 convincingly here. So yeah, expansion first, it is going to be here for ELAZER. In comes the probe, same build order here for Hero. Gateway first into his gas. So yeah, pretty standard open up, just like in game number 1. And of course ELAZER continues with that gas and with that spawning pool. So yeah, like I told you, he should of course be a little bit more aggressive here against his opponent. And let's just see if he's going to try perhaps a Zergling bust. Some Nidus one would have been a nice idea. Perhaps a drop with some overlords into this location would have been nice, just in case the Protoss is once again going to wall in here. So yeah, let's just hope this time it's going to work out here for him. As yeah, gas is being mined for that upgrade, for that speed upgrade. The probe is also being annoying here, and the first overlord makes it here through, as he's going to see here the cybernetics core and the gateway here from the Protoss player. Let's check the main. Is there a starport? Don't see a starport yet. Just a second gas here for the Protoss. And yeah, his expansion should also be finished really soon. First adept will be out. There's that first expansion. We might transition into a second expansion here. So yeah, let's just see. Like I told you, the first Zerglings are also out. We only saw 4 Zerglings in game number 1 here from ELAZER. Yeah, he did try, of course, something to happen, to do some damage against the Protoss player, but in the end it was just way too less Zerglings here for him. And like I told you, perhaps this time he's going to into more and more Zerglings, and his creep should also be much better spread here on the map. As yeah, let's just check the worker counts really quick. 29 here for ELAZER, 26 for the Protoss player, as ELAZER has taken now his second expansion here. Once again, the wall-in is complete, almost complete here by the Protoss player. There's that warp gate research, and let's just check his main. I still don't see a Stargate. We actually see a upgrade here for those adepts. So glaives have been researched into gateway, so we might see Hero going for an early aggression here against ELAZER. It could be a possibility. Now those glaives will be really strong, and those adepts with their shading in also could be very much annoying against the Zerg. Really hard to out micro them early on, as we are closing in at the 4-minute mark here. So yeah, warp gate is being pushed here forward. Another gateway, so soon to be 3 gateways, and a robotics facility bay is also being researched, perhaps for some shuttle gameplay here for the Protoss. More and more, yes indeed, it looks like a mass adept push here by a Hero 5 already out, shading here through. They could already deal some damage. There are 2 queens here, some Zerglings are out here for ELAZER, as the first adepts are coming in here soon, so Hero is going to show his presence, sniping this one queen egg. And is he going to shade in here? This is the question, but there's just so many queens. He just perhaps has to wait for some reinforcements, and there are those reinforcements coming in here through. Might see a prism, yes indeed, for prism, and an observer here for the Protoss player. Some Zerglings with speed could get a nice surround here, but it's just so many adepts in here. And let's just see, is he once again just trying to trick here ELAZER, or is he going to shade in? No, he's just tricking him here. So yeah, many Zerglings here for ELAZER. Nice queen count. Mass Zerglings, actually, he's going into mass Zerglings with some roaches. So change of tactics here for a player from Poland as well. But in comes once again a Hero with all of those adepts here. The question is he going to shade in here through? He's attacking, but at the same time he's moving here forward, and once again he's just retreating here, dealing some damage against those queens, retreating perhaps, waiting for some reinforcements. Those queens aren't onto that creep, and let's just see, is Hero going to shade here through? He might, no, he's just playing around, but look at that, at the same time he's actually expanding here. So while this harassment is happening, Hero has taken the time to expand it here, so really important stuff. At the same time he's moving forward with this prism. Is he going to land? Find a good spot here for this prism, just roaming around this time. So yeah, nice defense here by ELAZER, but like I told you, it's really hard to out micro all of those adepts here early on by the Protoss player. They could just shade here out, and at the same time this prism could also teleport some units here into this location perhaps. So yeah, really an annoying game here for the Zerg player to face this early adept harassment here against him. So yeah, the adepts have moved back at home, but look at that, we have 2 immortals now. Even a stalker has joined here the army, and we have more and more adepts, mass adepts. It is a really strong push here by Hero. He also has that observer just to kill those queen eggs, so it's mass adepts, 2 important units here for him, 2 immortals here. Really strong push here by Hero. A great timing push as he's cornering here all of those units, but at the same time the reinforcements are coming here through for ELAZER. The queens in the back, the roaches also here in the back, getting a good surround here against all of those Protoss units. The adepts are trying to shade here out, or are they? Yes indeed, they're going on that high ground, while the immortals have fallen here, but the real damage is once again being dealt against the economy. 3 drones have been killed, some roaches have fallen here as well, as the adepts will very likely shading here through, and in comes the prism. Has actually saved those immortals. So sorry about this one, the prism has actually saved those immortals here. So really great job here by Hero, harassing here the Zerg player, really strong, and at the same time just having so many immortals here, shading in left and right, killing so many units here. And now this looks like he's going straight for that queen for some drones, so much economic damage is being taken. At the same time we have some zealots coming here, so even the immortals are attacking And once again, the shading is really strong here by the Protoss player. Wins are now taking so much damage, so such a great timing push here by Hero against his opponent. Really nice job. And now he's just shading in here, and so much economic damage in the end. ELAZER just couldn't take it. Look at that, 18 workers have been killed. Such a great game here by such a great timing push. Look at that, it's only the 8th minute here, and Hero has taken it. So 2-0 it is here for Hero against ELAZER. 2-0 here for South Korea against Poland. So like I told you, I'll be casting the whole series of the IEM Katowice 2022. It is not Broodwar, of course, just a surprise for you guys. I hope you will enjoy it. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll be seeing, of course, in the next replays from this tournament. This is Tommy signing out.